I'm Jenni Carlson here with Barry Tramel. We're at the Peak where the Thunder has defeated the Lakers 77-75, Game 2 of the playoffs, Barry. How in the world did this happen? I mean, an inexplicable finish almost after what we saw for the first 3+ quarters.
Well, far cry from Game 1 when the Thunder played racehorse basketball up and down the court, had their way with the Lakers. Had to grind it out tonight, down 7 with 2 minutes left, and somehow scored the game's final 9 points. Got a little bit of help with transition baskets. Got a couple of big baskets. Kevin Durant, the running one-hander, to give them the lead. But Thunder played great defense the whole night. Lakers did too, but the Thunder, the D really came to play tonight.
We'll talk a little bit more about that because obviously this was a score more indicative of an Eastern Conference playoff game, which you wrote about. How did the Thunder defense, how did they manage to do what they did? Because ultimately that's what they needed, even though, I mean, obviously everyone's going to talk about the shots at the end, but defensively very good tonight. Well,
they certainly did. Kobe Bryant and Andrew Bynum combined for 40 points. They each get 20, but they took 44 shots. Thabo Sefolosha did a nice job on Kobe, but when he was out of the game, which he was extensively, James Harden was wonderful on defense, and Kevin Durant down the stretch played good D on Kobe. And I thought Kendrick Perkins was just sensational against Andrew Bynum. 8 of 19 for a 7-1 center who's getting the ball pretty close to the basket. So Kendrick Perkins really made Bynum work for his production, and the defense kept the Thunder in it, and then they got the stardust at the end and won. Second time in these playoffs the Thunder's been down 7 in the last 2.5 minutes and come back to win.
Talk about Kendrick Perkins. He was hurt too, folks. Let's not forget that, even though he did play injured with that right hip injury. Barry, where does this leave this series? I mean, obviously a 7-game series, you got to win 4, but the way these first 2 were played out, what's your feeling about how this plays out the rest of the series?
Well, if you're the Lakers, you got to feel better. They did find a way to play well and be in the game and almost won, probably feel like they should have won. After Game 1, they had to feel like, this is going to be an uphill battle. So, I mean, the Lakers can take some stuff away from this game. The Lakers' problem is, even if they win Game 3, they turn around and play in 24 hours of back-to-back in Game 4. All those young legs that were so alive. Look at the last 2 minutes of this game. Which team looked alive and which team didn't? Those young legs will really pay off in Game 4. I think the Thunder's going to be a nice favorite in Game 4. Lakers have got to win Game 3.
All right, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.